This Christmas, oh shit! Wow! Lando? What a friggin' idiot. Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam, and welcome to my spoiler-free review of Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. This was directed by J.J. Abrams, the director of Star Trek Into Darkness, Super 8, and Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. And this is the closure of the sequel trilogy and the last movie of the Skywalker saga, as they are choosing to call it now. This movie has already been getting very mixed reactions, but as usual, I tried to block it out and input my thoughts into it and try and find my take. And here is my take. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This movie was terrible. It was so bad. I'm about to make a bold statement, but I'm the guy that said that Get Out was a bad movie and that Venom was a watchable movie. So, here we go. This is the worst Star Wars movie of the 9 that have been released. At least not including Solo and Rogue One. Of all the episodes, I believe this is the worst one. Yeah, I'll even watch Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones every day of the week and twice on Sunday over The Rise of Skywalker. I know I can't take that back, but you know what? I'm going to die on this hill. However, this movie is not without merit. The visuals are legitimately beautiful. They are. J.J. Abrams, no matter how good or bad his movies are, has a grand sense of scale. Whatever he films, he makes it look big, bold, and beautiful, and it is no different in The Rise of Skywalker. I also really enjoyed Ian McDiarmid as Emperor Palpatine. Again, no spoilers, but Ian McDiarmid as Emperor Palpatine just brings a smile to my face. Like, it doesn't matter what movie that he's in, as long as Ian McDiarmid as Emperor Palpatine, I have a smile on my face. The rest of the movie was a damn train wreck, so we might as well address it. All of the actors in the movie are clearly trying their hardest to make this movie seem somewhat palatable. But it takes two to tango, and this movie's script is just god-awful. And it's not necessarily the actor's fault. Daisy Ridley, Oscar Isaacs, John Boyega, Adam Driver, these are all talented actors. Adam Driver, who is the most interesting part of the movie, he is by far and away the best actor in the movie and my favorite out of all of the new cast that has been introduced. He's been awesome in movies like Logan Lucky and Black Klansman. But unfortunately, for Driver and everyone else in the movie, they're just given nothing to do. And when Rey, Poe, and Finn are all together, they never get along. Now, I know the argument will be, well, Han, Luke, and Leia never got along when they were together. They didn't get along at first, but then, by the end of the original trilogy, they established a nice dynamic with each other, and they were legitimately friends. Hell, Han and Leia got married. I couldn't stand Rey, Finn, and Poe on screen. They were just insufferable. Every time they were on screen, they would bicker at each other about how this person wasn't doing this right, or this person wasn't there to help out here. The bickering was so incessant that I was just like, God, just please settle something for the love of God. Can't we all just get along? But beyond any of the visuals, the acting, Ian McDiarmid, etc., the biggest insult and the biggest problem that I have with this movie is that it doesn't know what it wants to be, and that it weaponizes nostalgia. Again, no spoilers. I will talk more about this in my spoiler-filled video. But this movie tries its hardest to be a sequel to The Force Awakens while trying to tiptoe around some of the more, and I hate to use this word, but problematic parts of The Last Jedi. I guess J.J. Abrams somewhere along the line realized that he wasn't going to be able to solve Rian Johnson's murder mystery, so he tried to take a little bit of The Force Awakens and a little bit of The Last Jedi and crash it together and make Frankenstein out of it. It didn't work. I am not going to trash The Last Jedi. I don't think that The Last Jedi is a bad movie. I think it is a mixed bag. Plus, I am not going to trash The Last Jedi because at this point, that dead horse has been kicked so many times that it has Nike printed on it. But The Last Jedi did have an adverse effect on the rise of Skywalker, because Disney must have seen the fan reviews and were like, oh crap, we gotta do something about this because we can't have another Last Jedi on our hands. They'll go scorched earth on us. I think a lot of people have picked up on this, but I've picked up on it as well. Bringing Palpatine back was no accident. It was reactionary. And I think that's the best way I can describe this movie. Reactionary. There was no plan other than just throw a bunch of Star Wars on the screen. People will pay us. Like, no. There were 2 instances in the movie where, I kid you not, my friend and I almost walked out. Like, 2 points where we were like, that's it, we're out. But we were so in shock about how bad this movie was that we stayed. And I think we both lost a couple brain cells, but we stayed. Star Wars The Rise of Suckwalker is absolutely horrid. There's almost no redeeming qualities in this movie at all, with the exception of Ian McDiarmid and the visuals. In a way, I feel like I'm kind of being a little harsh, because I'm not opposed to Disney owning Star Wars. I've watched every episode of The Mandalorian, and at worst, the episodes are good, and at best, the episodes are fantastic. But I'm sorry, this trilogy it's just... Ugh. I will say it like this. I am just glad that these movies are over, at least for right now, because at this point, I don't want to see another Star Wars movie in the theater, at least for like 5 years. But that is all for me, guys. Thank you so much as always for watching. I will be having a spoiler-filled video talking about this movie more in depth, and I will be doing my first ranking video, and that's not going to be controversial at all. But my name is Ryan Cam, and I'll see you in the next one.